Hello, this is Jermaine Brown, Hattiesburg Public Schools, the director of the College and Career Readiness for our district. And I'm glad to be with you. And I have a couple of my colleagues with me joining in. And our focus today is Burg built through college and career readiness opportunities in Hattiesburg Public Schools. And again, as I said, I do have a few of my colleagues with me, Dr. Summer Gearing from
Good
Burg Middle
morning.
School, and Dr. Cherish Pierce from
Good
Hattiesburg
morning.
High School. Dr. Gearing is the academic counselor there at Burg. Dr. Pierce is the CTE counselor at the high school.
Mhm.
And of course, we always want to begin with our vision and mission. They are what drive us in this work. And to create, our vision is to create a model teaching and learning environment that graduates every student prepared for success in life, college, and the workforce. Keyword there, every. Our work has to be intentional to include every student. Same can be said by our mission. It's to educate all students to become productive citizens of a dynamic global community. Keyword there also being all. We have to be intentional with this work to ensure that every student, all students, are afforded opportunities that we have in Hattiesburg Public Schools to be success again in life, college, and the workforce. Our goals in the district, which are what I would say are action plans that help drive us from our vision and mission. Goal one is academic success, an effective and committed staff. Goal two. Goal three, positive school climate and culture. Goal four, family and community engagement. And let me just say something about the family and community engagement. We've all heard that proverb that it takes a village. Well, it does. It takes all of us pulling together. And at the end of the day, we all have the same common goal. Sometimes we don't necessarily come together in ensuring the direct path, but at the end of that path, we all do want our students to graduate as productive citizens with opportunities at their beck and call. Goal five, fiscal responsibility and sustainable resources. Our focus today, again, is being Burg built through college and career readiness opportunities. And our focus is also to just make sure this is an awareness piece that we do every month with our Parent Connect. We want our parents to be mindful and aware of all the opportunities that are in Hattiesburg Public Schools and even is associated with Mississippi Department of Education. College and career readiness instruction actually begins in kindergarten. And again, that's something that we think about that we just can't start impacting our students at an earlier age to ensure that they understand about the careers that are out there. And then that's when those wheels and the brain start turning to ensure that this is something that I can possibly do and become. And those interest inventories that we do, it's just very important that we go ahead and start talking about that now. And again, there's no, I say minimum age, again, which begins in kindergarten. There are links throughout this PowerPoint that parents will be able to utilize after this PowerPoint is shared with our parent. 16 career clusters. There are 16 career clusters that's nationwide. This is not a Hattiesburg Public School thing. This is a nationwide initiative that there are 16 identified career clusters. One focus on the state of Mississippi, if looking at this link and even just hearing this, My Way Mississippi is a great resource that talks about the 16 career clusters, that also talks about the career paths that are associated with the 16 career clusters. One thing that we decided with our focus on this body of work, the Hattiesburg Public Schools has adopted a career cluster each month, where a point of emphasis is on the cluster and is expected across the district. And there's a link here also. So each month there is a focus on career, and something that you can see at all of your schools. Just to brag about something that we did in December, Forest General Hospital, which is primarily called Forest Health, they were able to send out a representative to each school in the month of December, because the month of December was a health science cluster that we focused on. So they were able to send out a professional, a practitioner to each school, just to talk about healthcare, talk about opportunities there are in the career field of healthcare, and then just talked about best practices associated with your health. It was a huge success. So it's different things like that that are happening each month in our district.
And good morning again. My name is Summer Gearin. I am one of the counselors at Ann Arbor Middle School here in Hattiesburg Public Schools. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what we do for our college and career readiness at the middle school level. So a few years ago, our Mississippi Department of Education, they required us to, beginning in 7th grade with our 7th grade students, to have them to complete what we call ISPs. ISP is an acronym for Individual Success Plans, okay? So if you will look on your screen or look in the PowerPoint, it's going to explain what it is. But as Mr. Brown mentioned, we start college and career readiness in preparation in kindergarten. So definitely when they get to the 7th and 8th grade, it's really time to start to, I guess, amp up your research and go a little more in depth with your research as far as maybe what your college and career plans may be, what your employment opportunities may look like. So the purpose of developing, I think it was 2018, 2019, when we initially had to do it, was to get them to really zone in and focus on what that would look like. So the ISP is a success plan that each individual student will have beginning in 7th grade. And they continue to look at, revise, and review and assess those plans 7th grade, 8th grade, throughout through senior year. So we started here at the middle school level. That comes with a lot of research, and I think Dr. Pierce is going to get a little more into that when we're talking about your interest surveys. And we use this great online tool, Major Clarity. So we will get more into that this month, actually, here at the middle school level, and they will start to see what that looks like, and they're able to put in their courses, choose some elective courses starting 7th grade, and see how that lines up with your high school graduation. If you're going to do some things with taking some college course opportunities, and what you need to do, your guideline to graduation. All this is about making a bridge from elementary to middle school to high school, so that we can let them be successful in whatever they choose as their endeavor, college, career, military. So that is what the individual success plan is designed for, the ISP. And your 7th graders here at Burger, if you have a 7th grader at Burger, you will hear more about that very, very soon as we delve into that piece for our college and career readiness. Okay, we're ready to talk about some other opportunities that we have here at the middle school level. And it may mirror what's going on in area districts, but we only want to focus on what we have. We have great opportunities here in Hattiesburg Public Schools. So your middle schoolers earn graduation credits beginning here 7th grade at Burger. So here's a little outline. I'm going to go over that briefly for you. In 7th grade, we do history classes by semester. So the first semester in 7th grade, from August until December, they take world geography. If they successfully complete the course, you have to pass the course in order to receive the credit for that. So if you successfully complete the course, that is half of a high school graduation credit. In addition to that, in 7th grade, for CTE Cyber Foundations, they will receive 1 full graduation credit for that. In 8th grade, when they are promoted to 8th grade, they pick up the other half of their history credit with Mississippi Studies, okay? So that makes 1 full high school credit, something toward graduation for high school. Also, the 8th grade math class, regardless of what class it is, that is also another credit towards your high school graduation. Then your 8th grade CTE course, that is science and engineering. That is a high school credit as well. And then luckily in Hattiesburg Public Schools, now we may be the only ones offering this particular opportunity. We have Smart Lab 1 for 7th grade, but if they get into Smart Lab 2 for 8th grade, that is an additional credit toward high school graduation. So if you can do the math yourself, if you're looking at the screen and you see that's a great opportunity for them to earn those credits before they even step foot onto anyone's high school campus in the state of Mississippi. And so you will get into it when Dr. Pierce gets into her piece. You'll see how that can be beneficial to our middle schoolers and the opportunities that will open up for them at the high school level based on what they do here at the middle school. And if anyone has any questions about this, I am very easy to reach via email or by phone right here in our Burger. Summer Gearing, call me, email me, and I'll be more than happy to share any information that you need and answer any questions for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Gearing. As she said, there's a plethora of opportunities at Burg Middle School. One thing we'll talk about as we move forward is the ACT. So speaking of Burg Middle School, one thing we do want to mention as we look into and talk about ACT and opportunities, we are proud to say that we are providing ACT prep opportunities at Burg Middle School as well. So several graduation credits at Burg. And listen, I would say we begin CTE programming of course offerings actually in the 6th grade. No other school district in the area can, I'd say, brag about that. So that's one way our students are able to earn so many credits there at the middle school at Burg at this time. By statute, you can't earn credits until you're in the 7th grade. But you have to be really creative and innovative about the different course offerings. So we're excited about our leadership. Our district has allowed us to program such, and it's for a huge opportunity later on that affects ACT and dual enrollment. So when we talk about ACT, of course, we've heard of it for years. It's an opportunity for admission into college as well as college scholarship. You know, I often say, and we hear about, athletes with college scholarships, but listen to me, parents, they're gonna find you a lot faster than the college coaches will. They'll find you a lot faster if you have a high ACT score. ACT sells this data to colleges, and colleges, within, certain geographic region, then markets to our students because of their ACT scores. So listen to me, I promise you, before, they're able to get identified for that jump shot or being able to score that touchdown or hit that home run or triple jump, all those things, that ACT is very important, and they'll find them with the ACT first. So be mindful when we think about ACT also and how it impacts your future. One thing that we're proud of in Hattiesburg Public Schools, and if you look at this slide, it talks about the cost that it does entail for the ACT. And one key point too to look at over here is the CCR benchmark score. The College and Career Readiness benchmark score is really a predictor. So for example, on the sub area of English, ACT is saying if you score an 18, same thing in math and reading and science, if you score those respective scores, 22 and 23, then they're saying that your chances are of obtaining a bachelor's degree and being successful in college is very, very high. So they call those benchmark scores as a predictor of how you're going to perform. So that's something that's very, very key. And we've always tried to focus on ensuring that our kids meet that benchmark score as graduates of Hattiesburg High School and Hattiesburg Public Schools. But again, we know that it's divided into 4 sections. That's English, math, reading, and science. You see the number of questions that are associated with it and the time. We talked about the opportunities at Hattiesburg High School. A student has, beginning their junior year, really 6 times that they can take the ACT without a cost. Beginning in their junior year, 11th grade, several things that we do. We test students in the fall here on campus, on the Hattiesburg High School campus in the fall, and in the spring, the state provides for the ACT for students. Again, those 2 opportunities are free of charge. I like to say there's no cost to the students. It costs someone, but it's no cost to the students. And then also we have the opportunity, besides that October in the fall and that mid-spring, whenever MD identifies that a junior can come and get 2 fee waivers to take the ACT at any time that they would like to take it. And then their senior year, they can do the same thing, get 2 fee waivers to take the ACT anytime during their senior year. So again, that's 6 free opportunities that we have to take the ACT for our students in Hattiesburg Public Schools. Again, if you look at this slide, it talks about the benchmark, and we talked about how important that is. But when we're thinking about opportunities in Mississippi, the HELP grant, parents, if you just Google HELP grant, if your student has a GPA and a minimum of ACT composite of 20, listen, you're talking about a huge resource for scholarship at any college in the state of Mississippi. Please Google and look for more information on that. And also a resource of definitely talking to our counselors and talking to Miss Abby in the Career Center about the HELP grant and all the opportunities that are available associated with ACT. Again, we're focusing on resources, fee waivers, we mentioned that, opportunities that you can take the ACT at the high school. And we think about resources, we are even right now planning, all of our juniors will take the ACT on February 28th, where there are plans now for a prep before that. There's going to be a prep during the school day. We have done them historically on Saturdays, but there will be an ACT prep during the school day for the ACT for all of our juniors, February 28th. It's by state mandate that all of our juniors take the ACT, and that date is February 28th, parents, February 28th. And I'm pretty sure the high school will be sending out information regarding such. One other thing to note too, as you see ACT Prep Summer Camp, that's open to say all students, Burg Middle School and Hattiesburg High School students to participate in. We do the camp at Pearl River Community College in the summer. It begins, this will be our 4th year doing it. It begins immediately when school is out. We have done it historically for really almost a summer long. Then we've condensed it to a month long. Well, then last year we condensed it to a 2-week camp program, because again, we're doing so many activities throughout the summer that we didn't necessarily want different things to compete against each other. So this is a 2-week summer camp, great opportunity for our students. Now, dual enrollment at Hattiesburg High School. Now, we mentioned ACT first. So we mentioned it because to participate in dual enrollment opportunities, an ACT score is required. We're proud to say that we're partnering with our area colleges, Pearl River Community College, William Carey University, and the University of Southern Mississippi. We've had long-standing partnerships with Pearl River Community College and William Carey. This will be our second year of having dual credit opportunities with Southern Miss. Now, all those with Southern Miss are online at this time. Pearl River Community College, we do have some CTE dual credit that's on campus, as well as some online with them as well. Now, all of our academic courses for dual credit are done through William Carey University. And what that means is we have high school teachers that meet the qualifications to teach at William Carey University, but they teach it through their normal teaching day at Hattiesburg High School. So we offer, I do believe it's 11 courses through William Carey University. The latest one that we've added was dual credit biology last year. So when we think about college algebra, English Comp 1, English Comp 2, Western Civilization, dual credit chemistry. And again, I mentioned it's 11 courses that we do offer through William Carey University. Super, super, super opportunities for our students. And I mentioned earlier that we start programming in the 6th grade, and it's intentional. The intentional is because we really want our students in their 11th and 12th grade year to take advantage of dual credit opportunities. So it's very, very important that in the 7th grade, maybe at the earliest, that students are being exposed to the ACT. It's very important. You actually, throughout your career, have 12 times that you can take the ACT. And even now, ACT, I think this may be the 2nd year that they're recognizing what's called the super score. So you can take the ACT this year, this semester, that year, that semester, and what they'll be able to send out to colleges now is your best score whenever you had the best score for English, the best score whenever you had it for math, and they send that to colleges. So huge, huge opportunities for our students when we talk about programming, beginning at the junior at the junior high level, the middle school level, because we want them to be able to get those dual enrollments that ACT impact later in their high school career.
Good morning. I'm Cherish Pierce. I'm the CTE counselor at Hattiesburg High School, just as Mr. Brown mentioned earlier. Mr. Brown's focus has been on the college readiness piece of our presentation. I'm going to highlight the career readiness piece. Our goals in the district, one of our most important goals, of course, is to ensure that students are, upon graduation, they either enroll in college, they're employed in the workforce, or they are enlisted in the military. So after graduation, we even track students upon graduation. So we will follow up with graduates. We'll report that even to the state, and just to find out, where they're in college, where they're working, what branch of the military have they enlisted in. So these are just very important things that we need to follow up on, just to ensure that our students are taking the next steps in their journey and they're following through with their plans. As far as career readiness, just as Mr. Brown mentioned, the ACT, that's an indicator of college readiness. We want to make sure that students are successful as they go into that next step as far as post-secondary education. I'm going to mention the 3 components as far as career readiness with our students. These are the 3 focuses that we have on career readiness. It's the ACT Work Keys, which is also known as the National Career Readiness Certification, the ASVAB, and national certifications. Those are the things that I want to mention to you and talk with you about this morning. The ACT Work Keys, actually, we have been administering this exam at Hattiesburg High School for the past 4 to 5 years. It has been a blessing to our students and our district because just this past year, the state of Mississippi, MDE, just recently put that on the testing calendar as far as students across the state receiving that. However, Hattiesburg High School, thanks to Mr. Brown in our district office, we have been offering this certification to our students for several years. It is at no cost to the student. The district actually picks up that cost. But this certification, it is, students are able to earn this certification by taking the work keys, and it's a measure and certifies that our students are have the job skills that are ready for business and industry. So where the ACT indicates college readiness, the ACT work keys is an indicator of career readiness, which is very important. So those students that are going straight into the workforce, into business and industry, they have a credential in their toolbox that they can put on their resume that shows proof of their skills. This is very important, even with students, if they're not going straight into the workforce, if they have a job and they're working part-time while in college. We've had students actually to receive pay raises because of the certification level they have obtained on the ACT work keys. So you can see some benefits and advantages to the work keys. It builds confidence that our students meet the needs of employers at the next level. It shows the employer that our students have those skills based on where they are in high school. And as far as it applies real world coursework to use to the coursework that they're receiving in their classes. And I just want to say this ACT work keys, every student at Hattiesburg High School will be given the opportunity to receive this certification upon graduation. In the past, it was just available to CTE students. And last year, we started offering this national certification to every student at Hattiesburg High School before they graduate. Some of the benefits and as far as the testing and how we prepare students to take the ACT work keys, students work through the curriculum for the ACT work keys before they're tested. So they're working through the ACT curriculum, work keys curriculum in their CTE program. They're also working through the ACT work keys curriculum their senior year in their Smart Start class. It's a dual credit class for seniors, and also in their college and career readiness course. So we are equipping students and just making sure that they have the opportunity, just like ACT boot camp and some ACT camps and programs and planning that we're doing for ACT, we're also offering the accommodations and preparation for the ACT work keys for our students. As you can see, the ACT work keys is broken down into 3 parts: workplace documents, graphic literacy, applied mathematics. So students have the opportunity to test. We have a testing window in the fall and in the spring. So we had a testing cycle in December. We'll have another testing cycle in March, and this is yearly. So based on when the student is taking a CTE class, or if a student's enrolled in dual credit Smart Start or in their college and career readiness class their senior year, they will be added to the testing roster and be able to test to receive this national certification. As you can see, just like ACT, students' scores are based on, scholarships and brackets as far as how they receive scholarships upon entry into the post-secondary education. We also have brackets as far as scores with ACT work keys. So a level 3 through a level 7, as you can see, students scoring a level 3 receive a bronze certification. Students scoring level 4, that's a silver certification. Level 5 is gold certification. Level 6 is platinum. And we say level 7, we call that platinum plus. So our goal in the Hattiesburg Public School District and at Hattiesburg High School is for all students to graduate Hattiesburg High School with a silver level on the ACT work keys. And as you can see, and this is just given some percentages of Department of Labor and all the jobs across not just Mississippi, but across our country. Students that receive a level 3, a bronze certification, they're demonstrating that they could perform, they have the skills to perform 16% of the jobs. Level 4, a silver, look how much that moves up, about 50%. It increases their opportunities for job placement, job advancement. 67% of the jobs that students could perform with a silver level. Now, this is not saying that students have the knowledge or the skills for that particular job, but it is saying they have the capacity to learn those jobs, okay? They have the capacity, they have the math, the reading, they have all those skills and the capacity to learn those jobs. Level 5, we have many of our students scoring gold and platinum. So gold, 93% of the jobs that are available, they could do those jobs, perform those jobs. Platinum and platinum plus, you can see there's no limit, okay? So one thing about the work keys that I do want to stress is, as you can see the note at the bottom, students receive their credential based on the lowest score. So where ACT it averages, the 4 components, reading, math, English, science. And this is nationally, this is from the ACT. Those 3 parts of the work keys, they're going to go by the lowest part. So we always tell students, make sure you do your best on every part, because let's say you start out and you score a bronze on the first part, workplace documents, and then you wake up and it's morning and you're testing and you get more in a test mode and you score gold on graphic literacy and applied mathematics. Well, your certification is going to be a bronze level certificate, okay? Even though you scored a gold on the last 2, that the bronze you scored on workplace documents is going to trump any other part, okay? So work keys, it goes by the lowest part scored. So that's really important for our students to understand. Okay, the advantages of ACT work keys. It does serve as a graduation option. Not that it stands alone, it does have to be coupled. So we couple the ACT work keys silver level with national certification. And we're going to talk about national certifications here in just a second, but work keys can help students who are struggling on a state test to graduate. So that's a last resort option, their senior year, but it has, students have used it in the past as a graduation option. Another advantage is possible pay increase. And we have many students that are testimony to this advantage, okay? We've had students at walk-on, they're employed at walk-on. They come in, they're in culinary arts, and they come in and they're talking to their manager about obtaining the silver level on their work keys exam that day. And that student at walk-ons got a pay increase that week, okay? They gave them more responsibility at work, but they also gave them more pay with that responsibility. It's a hiring incentive. So if our business and industry and people in the workforce, they are very familiar with the ACT work keys, and it sets our students apart. So our students are leaving high school with this credential that will be recognized by business and industry. Definitely, we encourage our students as they're preparing and updating their resume to include all the credentials, especially work keys and the national certifications on their resume. And another highlight and another advantage of work keys is early release. So if our students have a job, if they've finished all the requirements for graduation, they've passed all their state tests, and they have obtained the silver level on the work keys, they will be allowed to leave school early their senior year. Right, next, looking at ASVAB, this is another, of course, we mentioned we want all school students to be enlisted, enrolled, or employed. So we offer the ASVAB opportunity to students each year. and that's the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test. So a lot of students, sometimes they think they only need to take the ASVAB if they're planning to go into the military. And that is totally not true. Of course, if they're planning to go into the military, they definitely need to sign up. But this is just a good indicator for student strengths, weaknesses, potential for success, and it matches the student's aptitude to different types of careers and jobs. So the information that is received back to the student from the military and from this exam is very informative for students, even if they're not going into the military. So we encourage all students to take the ASVAB, and you can see the required score for each military branch, starting with the Army. They look at a required score for 31, Navy 35, Marines 32, the Air Force 36, and the Coast Guard 40. So we have all these military branches and representatives from those branches. So if students are interested in a branch of the military, they come in, we actually match them up with a representative that can just walk them through the necessary steps to ensure that they are ready for that next step and to enter the military. The ASVAB is offered 2 times per year. We offer it in the fall and also in the spring. So, and we work very closely with our military representatives to ensure our student success. And there's lots of scholarship, financial benefit to students that do opt to serve our country and go this route. So if students are interested in this route as far as going into the military, they're welcome to come see me. I will assist them in moving forward in this process. Next, I just want to mention our national certifications. And this is huge as far as our students having the opportunity to take certifications that are recognized on a national level. And these certifications are offered through our career and technical programs here at Hattiesburg High School. We have 10 career and technical programs, and we have 5 of those programs right now that are offering national certifications. The other 5 do offer a certification, but these are recognized nationally, and they do affect our accountability as far as our district is concerned. So we want to make sure our students are prepared and ready to take these when at the end of their CTE program in May. So our construction electrical students, the first national certification is the NCCER. And this certification comes to us through the National Center for Construction Education and Research. So students in construction electrical, they are actually testing throughout the year. They're doing module testing in order to receive this national certification, and it is recognized nationally. Our students will have a jump start to the workforce, business and industry in the electrical manufacturing industry. This certification gives our students a competitive advantage over other students entering the workforce. Our second national certification is pre-professional assessment and certification. This is offered through our early childhood education program. So all second year early childhood students will test at the end of the program. So students in second year early childhood, they will be testing this year in May. So this certification, it allows students to be prepared to go into early childhood ed, into the classroom, into pre-K. So this is also gives our students a jump start. Our culinary students, a ServSave manager. Our students are taking the manager component to ServSave. So, and these are all second year students. And all of these national certifications are no expense to our students. So this is district and state. The state and the district pick up the cost of these national certifications. SolidWorks is another national certification for our engineering students. And Test Out is the last national certification for our information technology students. So these are national certifications that are adults. Right now, adults are going and taking these same certifications, even at post-secondary level at Pearl River Community College. They're going and taking these same exact certifications and they're having to pay for it. And our students are given the opportunity right here at Hattiesburg High School to take these certifications before they ever exit our doors. So it's a great benefit to our students. All right, next, we're going to look at the traditional diploma endorsements. This is rather new. Last year, the state of Mississippi offers these endorsements so students can showcase really what they have done their 4 years in high school. So students they receive a traditional diploma, and then when they receive their diploma, they can have seals on their diploma based on the achievements and the goals that they have obtained in high school. So the endorsements are the academic endorsement, the distinguished academic endorsement, and the CTE endorsement. So students can actually receive more than one endorsement, okay? So they can receive multiple endorsements, which most of them do if they're CTE. All right, looking at the CTE endorsement, as you can tell, they have to finish the required curriculum that's set as far as the academic curriculum, and they also have to complete 2 years of a CTE program. The requirements, they have to graduate with a 2.5 GPA. You see, work keys is a requirement for students to receive the CTE endorsement. They have to score silver level. And then of course, they have to complete those 26 requirements. And lastly, they must successfully complete either a dual credit class. That can be either academic or CTE. They have to complete work-based learning. They have to receive a national certification or complete an AP class. So one of those they have to complete before they graduate with a CTE endorsement. The Mississippi Scholars Tech Master Program, this is also an opportunity for our seniors to receive. In addition to the Mississippi Scholars Program, the Mississippi Scholars at the academic side, the Mississippi Scholars Tech Master, that's the CTE side of the Mississippi Economic Council sponsorship of this program. So students, most of our CTE students, they receive the Mississippi Scholar Tech Master Award in addition to the Mississippi Scholars, but there's certain requirements that students must complete. Those, and I want to really highlight that students, if they have this goal in mind, they have to start on the front end. They have to start in 9th grade preparing, and that's with anything, okay? So if they have an end goal in mind their senior year, they have to start early. So 80 hours of community service. They have to have a 19 composite score on the ACT, or a 36 on the ASVAB, or a silver level on the work keys. And most students, they really have all three, honestly, okay? So we're seeing students that score silver level. We're seeing many of them have a 19 on the ACT. In addition, students must have a 2.5 high school GPA. They must come to school 95% of the time during those 4 years. So that's, in the end, that's 36 days of school. They can't miss more than 36 days of school. And their senior year, the counselors and myself, we will go back and actually look at how many days those students have missed since 9th grade started. So we will go back and count to ensure that those students haven't missed more than 36 days. So it's attendance is so important. They must not have any out of school suspensions. And to obtain the Mississippi Scholars Tech Master, they must attain a passing score on the industry certification if they're a CTE student. And I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Brown at this time. Again, I'm Cherish Pierce. I'm the CTE counselor at Hattiesburg High School. If I can be of any assistance in regard to the information mentioned in the presentation or anything whatsoever, please reach out to me by email, phone. I will be glad to answer any questions you may have. And thank y'all for attending today.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Pierce. Dr. Gearin, anything that you heard throughout the contest, throughout this recording, that you may want to add that you did not add?
No, I think that is everything. I think everyone was very thorough in the presentation and highlighting what we have to offer. And I'm just excited that we offer that and that we have this information going forward. We know what we have, but a lot of people don't. So I'm just happy for this opportunity because Hattiesburg Public Schools, we have a lot of things going on that are quite beneficial for our students. If they take advantage of it, it's here for them and for our parents as well. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
Well said. Both of you, really do appreciate you being a meaningful part of what we do every day and providing opportunities for our students. And again, it's being Burg built through college and career readiness opportunities in Hattiesburg Public Schools. As parents, you can see, this is a resource page, information on ACT and ACT work keys, talked about how vital that is. ISP, one thing I want to mention, parents, you should be part of the ISP process, which begins in the 7th grade, where each year you're looking over your students' course selections and graduation path. It's very, very important, very vital. We're able to send that out electronically via email, through Major Clarity and other resources, whether we do it with a parent night piece. Again, this is the opportunity for you to be a part of the process. And listen, every part and every aspect of your child's educational career, we want you to be a part of it. So career exploration links here. This is a link from MDE. Then diploma options, Dr. Pierce talked about the CTE diploma, but again, there's also other diploma endorsements that are available. At this time, I do believe that ends this presentation. We're again happy to be a part of your day and happy to be able to provide you with some vital information on how it impacts our students every day, because we want them to be impacted for tomorrow. In CTE, we do have a motto of cultivating tomorrow every day. It's very important that we are digging in, and when we talk about cultivating, that's taken from where you're cultivating the soil and you're getting it ready for the crops. Well, we're cultivating our students every day to just be prepared for these opportunities that lie ahead tomorrow. Parents, we can be reached at our respective places. Again, Dr. Gearing at Burg Middle School, Dr. Pierce at Hattiesburg High School, Jermaine Brown at Hattiesburg Public School District Central Office. We do thank you again, and please call on us if you need us. Take care. Go Tigers.
Thank you. Go Tigers.